Hi guys, welcome to my class today, and we will be going over benchmark fractions. So first, I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you know about fractions? What do you remember from last class?
It's a half of a whole.
It's a half of a whole?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Do you have anything else to add to that?
It can be a ratio.
It can be a ratio. All right, good, very good answers. All right, so technically, when you have a fraction, we're just going to use 1/3, okay? So the way that you would see this is the whole number is a whole, all right? And so to get one whole, you need 3/3. That would be one whole. Since we only have one, that is only 1/3 of the whole. So this is your part and this is your whole. Numerator, denominator, okay? And so what we are going to do is a little warm-up problem real quick to see how much you guys actually remember. So we have Mark, Sam, Thomas, and Franklin, okay? And they just came back from lunch and they all had a cookie. They didn't eat all their cookie yet though. So Mark has 4/7 left of his cookie. Sam has 4/9 of her cookie. Thomas has 4/10, and Franklin has 5/9, right? 5/11. I apologize. So I'm going to draw some circles to kind of help you guys out real quick to visualize, just in case it's a little hard. So 4/7, boop, boop, boop. Don't mind how bad that is, it's okay. Boom, okay, boop. It's not perfect, but don't worry, it's okay. So there's 4 of these colored in, 4 of these, 4 of these, and then 5 of these. So real quick, I want you guys to figure out who has the most amount of their cookie left and who has the least amount of their cookie left. So you're going to take these 4 numbers and then find out which number is the biggest and then go down in order to the smallest amount. Do you guys understand? Okay, go ahead real quick. If you need any help, just let me know and I'll assist you. Are you guys getting it pretty good right now? Okay, okay.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so while you're still working on that, we're going to go ahead and start. April, what was the first thing that you did?
I redrew the circles.
Okay, all right, and how did that help you?
It helped me by visualizing the numbers better since I always get confused with the graph, with the fractions, my bad.
Okay, so what was your first step in solving this after you drew the fractions?
I just drew, then after that I put the numbers underneath so I can remember which one's which. And then I also made sure I organized it from, you say greatest to least, am I correct?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, yeah, make sure to organize it as that as I was working on it.
Okay, and which one of these people had the least amount of their cookie left?
I forgot whose name is.
This is Mark.
Mark.
Mark had the least?
Yes.
Okay, did you get the same answer? No? Who do you think had the least?
I think Frank.
Frank had the least? Okay, so let's work this out together, okay? So, as you guys know, the bottom number, the smaller the bottom number is, that actually, like, the parts are bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have 4 bigger parts, that's going to be more than these smaller parts are right here. So 4/7 is going to actually be bigger than 4/9.
Yeah.
So same concept applies here. So 4/10 is going to be smaller than 4/9. So when you figure these out, this is actually the smallest one right here. And then if you're trying to figure these two out, so the way that you would do that, you have 4/7 and you have 5/11. And what you want to do is you want to make the denominators the same so that you can compare the two. So you would have to multiply, set this number right here by 11 and this number here by 7. So 5 times 7 is 35 over 77. And then 11 times 4 is 44 over 77. So as we can see, 4/7 is actually greater than 5/11. So we know that this one is actually greater than this one. So now we need to compare these two to see which one's smaller. So same thing. So 4/9 and then 5/11. Okay, so multiply, that's 44. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I apologize. Wait, no, that's right, okay. So that's 44 over 99. And then this is 45 over 99. So 5/11 is actually bigger. So if you're to do all the math for all of these, this would be the biggest one. This would be second and third. So Mark has the most of his cookie left. Then you have Franklin. Then you have Sam, and Thomas ate most of his already, so he has the least amount of his cookie left. So, all right. Did anyone have any questions or anything? No? Okay. We're going to move on to the next part then, which I already wrote over here. So, does anybody know what a benchmark fraction is?
No.
No? Okay. So, you see 4 and 3/7 right here? All right. Is 3/7 bigger or smaller than 1/2? You can talk to each other real quick.
Bigger.
You said 3/7 is bigger than 1/2?
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh, wait.
let's do the math on that real quick.
No.
No? All right. We're gonna go ahead and work on this. So you have 3/7 and you have 1/2, and you need to make the denominators the same. So multiply this by 7 and this by 2. So, or other way around. So you would have this multiplied by 7, so that'd be 21 over 14. No, that is incorrect. That'd be 6 over 14. And then you have 7 over 14. So 1/2 is actually bigger, like you said.
Okay.
So now that we know that 1/2 is bigger, the way that benchmark fractions work is when you have a number, if you have a mixed number with a fraction, the biggest way or the quickest way to find out to solve an equation. So let's say this is 4 and this is 3/7, okay? And you want to add that to, we'll just say 1 and 4/7. Okay, so 4/7, is that bigger or smaller than 1/2? April?
Smaller?
No, it would actually be bigger. So 3/7, here, we'll just do it again real quick. So we have 4/7, 1/2. So this would be 8 over 14, and this would be 7 over 14. So 4/7 is bigger. So now that we know that this is bigger than 1/2 and this is less than 1/2, you can kind of round up or round down when it comes to that. So think of it like this. We have a timetable. Okay, and we have 4 over here, and we have 5 over here. In the middle, we have 1/2, okay? So, with 3/7, was that bigger or smaller? Do you remember?
Smaller.
3/7 is smaller. So, that would go about right here. So that's 3/7. So since it is less than 1/2, we're going to round that number down to 4. So 4 and 3/7 just becomes 4. Now we have 4/7. Is that bigger or smaller than 1/2?
Bigger.
Bigger than 1/2. That'd go over here. And since it is on the right side of 1/2, we're going to round up to 5. So when we have this, what would you do to 3/7? So you have 4 and 3/7. 3/7 is less than 1/2. So what would you do with the 3/7?
Cancel it.
What'd you say, April?
Round down.
You would round down. Yes, correct. So this becomes 4. And then 4/7 is greater than 1/2. So what would you do with that?
Round up.
Round up.
Yeah.
So that becomes 2. So 4 3/7 plus 1 4/7 equals how much? 4 plus 2?
6.
6. Yes. All right. So now that you guys know how benchmark fractions work, it's a very easy way to add and subtract fractions without having to do all of the, converting from like 4/7 to 1/2 and all that. So let's do a little bit more. What is 2/9 greater or less than 1/2?
How will you write that? How will you write 2 9s?
2/9, that would just be, that's 2/9. As that, it would be, that would be 2/9.
What was your question again?
Is 2/9 greater than or less than 1/2?
It is less than.
All right, so it would go to the left of 1/2. Okay, so we put that over there. And what would you do with that number? Would you round up or would you round down?
Round down.
You would round down, correct. All right, how about 5/8? Is that greater than or less than 1/2? Do you need a visual representation of it? Yeah, okay, let me do that real quick. So that's 5/8. Okay. That is 5/8 right there. So April, is 5/8 greater than or less than 1/2?
Greater.
Yes, correct. That would be right around here. So that's 5/8. And since it is greater than 1/2, would you round up or round down?
Round up.
Round up? All right, correct. So that would go up here. All right, let's do one more. Let's do 6/11. Is that greater than or less than 1/2? I'll draw that one out for you too. All right, does someone want to give me the answer real quick?
It's
Yes.
greater than.
It's greater than? All right, that is correct. So that means it would fall right around here actually. Didn't leave myself much room, but that's okay. And since it is greater than 1/2, do we round up or round down?
Round up.
Correct. All right, so do you guys understand how benchmark fractions work? Yes? Okay, so now we are going to do, we'll leave this up here just for reference, but we are now going to do a few word problems. Okay, so the first word problem. So April and Kylan are going bike riding. And the first day they ride for 1 hour and 4/7 of another hour, okay? And the second day they ride for 2 hours and 1/3 of another hour. How much did they ride in those 2 days? So let me draw that out for you real quick. So 1 4/7, that would be all right, so the first step that you would do for this, you would take 4/7, and in my mind, that's greater than 1/2, right? So what you would do is you would take 4/7 and that would go to 2, all right? So now 1 4/7 is now 2 hours. 1/3 is less than 1/2, so you'd round that down to 2. So you add 2 and 2 together, so altogether, Kylan and April rode their bikes for 4 hours, okay? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right, so the next word problem that we're gonna do is,
And this is just estimating, or is this?
yes, it wouldn't be exact, but it's a good way If you don't want to take all the time, if you're just trying to like estimate real quick, you know, instead of having an exact number, this is a much quicker way than doing it the other way. So we can also use other benchmark fractions like 1/4 and stuff like that, but that makes it a little bit harder. So we're just gonna stick with 1/2 right now. So the next word problem is Bree reads her book. So Bree reads her book on Monday for 3 3/7 of an hour on Monday. And then on Wednesday, she reads for another 2 hours and 7/8 of another hour. How much did she read in those 2 days? So that would be 3 3/7. Plus 2 7/8. Okay, does somebody want to walk me through this? Kylan? What would be the first step that you would do?
You want to compare it to 1/2,
Okay, compare what?
the 3/7.
Okay, so we have 3/7 right here,
Mhm.
also right here. Is that greater than or less than 1/2?
It is less than
All right, correct. So what would we turn 3 3/7 into?
3.
Correct. So we have 3. All right, April, we have 7/8. What is the next step?
Compare it. I don't know. I forgot.
We would compare it. No, you're right. What would we compare it to? When you look at this, what was our benchmark fraction? 1/2. All right, so is 7/8 greater than or less than 1/2?
Greater than.
Greater than. All right, so that means that we would
Round up.
round up. All right, so what would this number turn into you're rounding up?
3.
Correct, yes, so we have 3. So what do we do now?
I'm gonna count there.
Add what together?
The 3.
Okay, so 3 plus 3 equals
6.
6. All right, that is correct. So as you can see, we could go through the process of converting these numbers and doing all that, but overall it'll turn out to be close to 6, okay? So does that make sense for everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I have 3 problems on your worksheet real quick that I want you guys to do. You can work together, and in about 2 minutes or so, we're gonna go over them real quick. So I left this up here for you guys if you need a reference to the thing. I'm gonna erase these though, so it makes a little bit more sense. All right, so now that you guys have completed your problems, do you guys want to help me with the first one real quick?
Sure.
Okay, so you guys are gonna walk this one through with me, so I will not be telling you guys anything. You're gonna be telling me what to do, all right? So, what do we do?
Compare it to 1/2.
Compare what to 1/2.
4/11.
Okay,
I think it's greater.
4/11 is greater,
Yes.
It's less than.
Less. Okay.
less than. Which one are we deciding on?
Less than.
Less than, okay. So what does this turn into?
3.
Okay, so that's 3. All right, what do we do with this one? This one's a little tricky, all right? So when we went over this, we told you what to do if it was less than 1/2 and greater than 1/2. Did anybody know how to solve this one?
No.
No? All right. So if you guys remember when we went over decimals a few weeks ago, if something 1/2 equals 0.5, right? When something is 0.5, do you round up or do you round down?
You round up.
You round up, correct, yes. So since this is 1/2, it's 0.5, you would round up. All right, so what would this turn into?
An 8.
8. Okay, so what does that equal?
11.
11, correct. All right, next problem. What do we do?
You compare 2/3 to 1/2,
Okay,
and then that is greater than, or yes, greater than
greater than. All right, so what does that turn into?
8,
8.
and then minus 2, because you compare 1/4 to 1/2, and then 1/4 is less than 1/2.
Yeah, that is correct. Good job. So that comes into 2. So what does that equal?
6.
6. All right, your turn.
Okay.
4 9s.
You compare 4 9s to 1/2.
All right, and what does that equal?
That's greater than? Oh, less than? I'm sorry.
Less than. All right.
So it's stays at 5.
Stays at 5. Here, I'm gonna erase this because we no longer need it, and we need the room for something else. All right, so that is 6. What about this one?
You compare 1/3 over 1/2.
Okay,
It's greater, less.
okay.
So it turns into a 7. I think.
You're rounding down.
Oh, rounding down. Oh, I'm sorry. It stays into a 6.
All right, rounds down to a 6, and what does that equal?
12.
That equals 12. All right, good job, guys. Just turn those papers in to me before the end of class, and thank you.